I move on to the next part of the presentation, and that is how to describe, how to explain, and how to summarize in English. Now, we all have to give different kinds of descriptions. It could be, for example, if I work in a college, let's imagine I do work at Ferguson College in Pune. So if I have to describe my college, it means I'm giving a detailed information about something, right? That is the meaning of the word description. We describe something. Now at the level of language, हम जब describe करते हैं, so what we commonly have to use is what is called as the simple present tense, or it could be the simple past tense. School या college में सबने tenses की पढ़ाई की है as students, right? All those of you who are students here. So we have studied tenses. In the process of description, normally which tense we have to use? We have to use the simple present tense. अभी simple present tense का एक बहुत simple rule है. There is a norm. And what is the norm? That if you have the pronoun I, we, you, they, keep the verb as it is. Don't change the verb. So, for example, if I have to describe my daily routine, I will say, I wake up every day at 6 o'clock. Right? This is the description about my daily routine. But if I have to describe my father's daily routine, or if I have to describe my daughter's daily routine, I will now say she wakes up at 6 o'clock. So what is the rule? He, she, or it. If you have these subjects or these pronouns, we have to add s or es to the verb. If you have I, we, you, or they, no change in the verb. So I will say, I watch television every day for half an hour, but I will say my daughter watches television every day for half an hour. Okay. So what do we describe normally in communication, in day-to-day communication? We may describe we may describe a situation, or we may describe an event, or we might talk about a festival, or give description of the academic institution, the college or university where we study. So while we describe something, I think these two are the important aspects, that we are right at the level of grammar and we are able to make the correct choice at the level of words. So I want one of you, for example, if you have to describe your boss, or if you have to describe your friend, or if you have to describe the best day of your life, can one of you or two of the participants speak right now on any of these topics? I'll give you a minute to think. I want you to either describe your daily routine. Please, of course, you will do it in English, or you can describe your boss, you can describe your friend, or you can describe the best day of your life. कोई बात करना चाहेगा इंग्लिश में on any of these topics? Come on, as I said, please don't feel scared of the mistakes. थोड़ा एक दो sentences बोले तो भी चलेगा. Can some of you do that? Deepali, if you don't mind, can you say something little about your daily routine?
Can I say something, ma'am?
Sure, sure. Who is it? Swapnil?
Khan Yame.
Sorry, what is your first name?
Khan. Professor Khan Yame.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Please speak. Yes. On which topic?
I will like to describe my daily routine in simple sentences.
Sure.
Morning, I woke up at 7 a.m. I go to the gym, work out for an hour. Then I come to my home and daily work, morning work. Then I go to the college at 9:30. It takes me half an hour to go to college.
Okay.
And at the morning section, I look for the schedule of today's daily work, daily classes. Then I read my text for the lectures. Then I go to the lectures and take the lectures on blackboard, which our college has a pen with and markers. Then after afternoon session, we take the practical sessions. Then practical sessions, after practical session, we go through some research work. And after the research work, we go to the some discussions about daily tea routine teas for the informal communication about our classes and students. We have 4 o'clock tea. Then we reach to our home. I drop my child to tuition at 5:30 and pick up him at 6:30. Generally, I watch some mobile and news channels. This is my daily routine, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, first of all, so much for answering my question. It was a very good presentation. I would say that your English is quite good, though there are areas where you need to improve, certainly. Now, I'm sorry,
Okay,
can you please tell me your first name once again, because there was some disturbance?
Professor Khan Mujahid Afzal.
Okay. Now, Professor Khan,
Yes,
you began by saying, in your entire speech, actually, you correctly use the simple present tense. Okay. But your first sentence was, morning, I woke up. Now, can you tell me, should it be I woke up or should it be I wake up?
I wake up.
Yeah, wake, because wake is the simple present, whereas woke up will be simple past. So, when you're doing something and explaining it as a routine activity, we use wake up. Also, Professor Khan, please remember that we never say reach to home. It is always reach home. Okay, so you cannot use the preposition after reach. This is a very common Indian mistake, I would say. So I can say, I reached home today at 6 o'clock. But English doesn't allow me to say, I reached to home at 6 o'clock. Okay. Similarly, I might say...
Okay, I'll correct that, madam.
Yes. These are simple mistakes. But what I really liked about your presentation was that, first of all, there were very few mistakes. And I'm sure if you keep practicing and if you keep using a lot of English, they will go away. Now, see, I think for all the participants, I think Professor Khan's speech right now is a model, right? Galtiyan to hoti rahegi, but unless we speak, now he has made an attempt today. What is the advantage? Now, next time, 8 days from now, if Professor Khan happens to use the word reach, I hope, Professor Khan, you will remember me and what I said, right? So this is how...
Yes, definitely, madam.
Absolutely. So this is how I think we need to prepare our students as teachers. We need to take the initiative because English is a language, remember, it can't be learned from anywhere. Just as encouragement for all of you, I'll just share my experience that after I completed my graduation, my post-graduation in English, in fact, I have also done a postgraduate program. I have studied French language for 6 years. And, let me just share this experience that in the institute where I studied, a very famous institute in Pune, it's called Alliance Française de Pune. In this institute, the rule is that when you enter the institute right from day one, you are not allowed to speak or use any other language. बात करनी है तो फ्रेंच में करो, नहीं तो मत करो. It is that kind of thing. But believe me, friends, that the way we pick up language when there is environment around us, when everybody is communicating, we all can master any language. So the first thing is that we have to keep aside all the fear factor, the phobia. अगर गलती हुई तो क्या होने दो. Let there be 100 mistakes. I can see many students here. So you are a student. If it is an error, if you commit a mistake, it is okay. But I think we will learn from our mistake. And there was one more mistake, Professor Khan. Towards the end of your speech, you said that normally in the evening, I watch my mobile, right? You said that? Yeah. Professor Khan, Am I audible to you? Others, am I audible to you? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, maybe. So, maybe Professor Khan, are you there? Okay. Unke speech mein last sentence where he said, I watch mobile. Normally we say, I watch television, right? You can say, I read my messages on the mobile. I browse on the Google. So these verbs can also be used. Okay. कोई बात करना चाहेगा? Can you describe your friend, or can you describe a person in your house, or can you describe your boss? Deepali, can you do that? Even if you give me 3-4 sentences, that's fine. Deepali?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
My friend name is Kalpana. She is very active person in her life. She she have been a bank manager in Bank of Baroda in Aurangabad. She's a caring sister, caring sister and mother for her children. And she's a very caring friend of me.
Okay. Okay, finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Deepali. Again, I would say it is quite good with few mistakes, but as I said, to describe, and if we go on using English and if someone corrects us, we will be able to learn it. Deepali, for example, your first sentence, you have to say, my friend's name is. Okay, I think you said, or I heard it that way, it is my friend. So you'll have to say, my friend's name is with apostrophe S. Deepali, you cannot say she have. It should be she. She has. Okay, because have can be used only after plural or you can say I have, you have, they have, but he, she, it has. Okay, so you can see that now she said she is very caring, she is my best friend, she has this routine. Now every time whenever we describe something, we always use the simple present tense. Okay, can one participant talk on the best day of your life? Can you tell me, can you tell me which was the best day of your life? Now to answer that question, you will have to use the simple past tense. Come on, can you give me 2 or 3 sentences? Which was the best day of your life? Yes, come on. कोई आंसर देना चाहेगा, कोई जवाब देना चाहेगा? 1 or 2 sentences. I'm not asking you to give a long speech. Which was the best day of your life? For example, if I have to answer this question, and if I say the day I received an opportunity to study in the United States and I went abroad, when I went to the university in the United States for the first time, and I saw the huge campus, excellent teachers, very good library, it made me very happy, and that was the best day of my life. So you can see that the main verb be has different forms. In the present tense, we use am, is, are. In the past tense, we use was or were. Okay. So for descriptions, normally we would use the present or the past tense. Any question? किसी को कुछ पूछना है about descriptions? Okay, let me move ahead then. Again, the slide is not moving. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
The problem is it doesn't move ahead. I don't know why. Okay. I think I'll still go ahead without the screen now because there is a technical problem. So it is possible now to go to the slide and let us see what can be said about explaining things. So we have talked about description and I will move on to explanation. One more time, I'll just see if I'm able to share it. Okay, let me say something about explaining. Now, as students, as postgraduate students at the university or as teachers, all of us have to explain, right? Now you are in the field of agriculture. Maybe you have to explain the steps that are involved in something. For example, I'm a teacher, I'm a language teacher. And if someone asks me how to teach English to a school going child, then I'm going to explain the steps. Similarly, all of you are in the field of agriculture. Imagine a situation where you are coming up with a medicine on a particular topic or for a particular disease, and you have to explain the steps to others. Sometimes we have to also explain the procedure in which we carry out something. Now, one might explain the art of writing a good CV. For example, some of us might want to apply for different jobs after we complete our post graduation, and how to apply and how to write a CV. Now, again, we need the power of explanation. We might want to explain different ways in which we can keep our health good. So I think explanation basically means the ability to develop our confidence to persuade people to do something in the right way and how it can be done, where we need to explain the steps, where we need to explain the procedure. For example, if I ask you this question, if I want to take admission in your university, if I want to be the postgraduate student of Rahuri, what are the steps involved? How do I go about it? Can someone answer? Can someone tell me? मुझे आपके यूनिवर्सिटी में एडमिशन लेनी है तो प्रोसीजर क्या है? How will you explain it in English? Come on, please try. I can see some names here. Saloni Patil, can you unmute yourself, please? Yes, Saloni ma'am, Saloni Patil, can you please unmute yourself? Okay, Deepali.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you answer this question? If I have to take admission in your university, how will you explain? What are the steps? What is the procedure? Yes, anyone can reply. Have you understood the question? Yes, have you understood my question? Please say something. See, on the online mode, we are not seeing each other. At least I have put my video on, you are able to see me, right? I'm not expecting you to put the video on, but at least you can unmute yourself and speak. Otherwise, I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. So how will you explain this? How or what kind of answer will you give me in English? क्वेश्चन समझ में आया है सबके? हाँ या ना बोलना प्लीज. सबको क्वेश्चन समझ में आया है कि नहीं आया है? कम ऑन, मैं हिंदी में बात कर रही हूँ अभी आपसे. समझ में आया है? एक्सप्लेनेशन का मतलब सब जानते हैं? मेरी आवाज आ रही है आपको कि नहीं आ रही है? यस, क्या मेरी आवाज आ रही है आपको?
यस मैम.
मैं जो बोल रही हूँ वो आपके समझ में आ रहा है? Come on, please tell me. अदर्स, अभी दीपाली, नीलिमा, काव्या ने तो बात किया है. बाकी के लोग, कम ऑन, जो मैं कह रही हूँ आपको समझ में आ रहा है? आपको कुछ डिफिकल्टी है उसमें? Okay, so the thing is that if we have to explain things once again, linguistically we will have to be correct. So if I give you 2 minutes right now, मेरा question है कि if I have to take admission at your university, if I have to study at Rahuri, so how will you explain the process of taking admission there? Okay, so just keep this thing in mind and in future you can do it. The third and the final part on which I'm going to talk today is what is called as the skill of summarizing. Summarizing का मतलब जानते हैं आप? हिंदी में, मराठी में, कौन सी भी भाषा में आप मुझे बोल सकते हैं कि समराइजिंग का मतलब क्या है?
सारांश.
Okay. Who said that? Who gave this?
दीपिका.
दीपिका. Okay. दीपिका, हम किसका सारांश निकालते हैं यूजुअली? करेक्ट है, आपका जवाब तो सही है. समराइज, व्हाट डू वी समराइज? किसका सारांश लिखते हैं हम? लिख सकते हैं या सोच सकते हैं? यस दीपिका.
मैम, एनी बुक्स, एनी रायटिंग वर्क,
राइट,
डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह रायटिंग वर्क शॉर्ट मध्ये, इन शॉर्ट सारांश मध्ये काय आहे नेमकं त्याच्यामध्ये? पुस्तक झालं, कुठलं लिखाण असेल तो आपण काढतो शेवटी.
राईट. सो कुठलं लिखाण असेल हे तुम्ही सांगितलं की समजा आता एखादा लेख आहे किंवा न्यूजपेपर आर्टिकल आहे, एखादं पुस्तक आहे, अजून कशाचा सारांश आपण काढू शकतो अपार्ट फ्रॉम बुक्स अँड जर्नल्स? येस दीपिका.
कॉन्व्हर्सेशन मॅम, एखादं काही कॉन्व्हर्सेशन असेल, मीटिंग असेल, कुठली काही असेल, त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला सारांश मध्ये काय आटोपलं त्या मीटिंग मध्ये त्याच्यामध्ये पण आपण सारांश काढतो.
Exactly, very good. So Deepika has made a very important point that it is not just about writing, but the word summarizing is also related to speech. For example, आज मी तुमच्याशी 2 तास बोलले, होपफुली याचा काहीतरी सारांश, मी जे काही बोलले त्या सगळ्याचे मेन पॉइंट्स ज्याला आपण म्हणू ते तुम्ही सेशनच्या शेवटी काढाल. राईट. सो दॅट इज द स्किल ऑफ समरायझिंग. सो what do we summarize in our real life as students and teachers? We can certainly summarize the points from a book, from an article. We might listen to someone, the actual lecture, and we might summarize the main ideas or the main points. याच्याच बरोबर आज टेक्नॉलॉजी एवढी सुधारली आहे, राईट? अँड विथ द prosperity in technology, I think we use a lot of media. We do listen to radio programs, we do watch television shows, and we also try to summarize the main ideas from the television show or from the radio program. So what I want, first of all of you to understand is that summarizing as a word is not related only to writing, but it could also be related to speech. My first point on the screen was that summarizing is an art and it is a great challenge. Ye kala hai. You know, it's not that everybody is good at summarizing. So people summarize books, people critically summarize a film, you know, what we call as a film review or a book review, and it is an art. It is also a challenge. It is quite a difficult thing to do. Now, generally, when we write a summary, what we are expected to do is that we have to include only the main points and we have to explain the points with respect to these main points. So what is the takeaway from that particular paragraph or from what we have read? When we prepare a summary, another very important part is that we should not copy or write exactly the same statements. So, for example, imagine when we were in school, and if you remember, all of us had this important question in the paper where we were asked to do précis writing. All of you know this word. And when I teach my students in my college, quite often I realize that students don't really understand the meaning of précis writing. What they do, if there are 25 sentences in a paragraph, they take the first sentence, they delete the second one. They take the third sentence and they delete the fourth one. Now that is not précis, right? So to write a good précis, to write it precisely, to write it exactly, it is important to remember that it could be written in our own style, in our own language, and in our own manner. So let us not get involved in what is called as rote learning. We can't learn things by heart. I think we have to understand the gist, we have to understand the content, and then we must try our best to put it in our own style. Words, there are certain special words that we use to summarize. For example, we might say to sum up, finally, to conclude, or lastly, in the nutshell. We might use these words to put our ideas together in the form of a summary. Okay. Now, I hope you've understood the main aspects that I said with summary, that it is an art. I said that while we write a summary, let us only include the main points, the gist, and explain those points. We should not copy things directly or should not write things directly. Summary has to be written in our own style or in our own language, and we can use these kinds of words in a summary. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you all one simple exercise. I'm just going to speak something for 2 to 3 minutes, okay, on a particular topic. After I finish, I'm going to ask you to summarize the main ideas of what I said. I hope the question is clear to everyone. मैं 2 या 3 मिनट आपसे बात करने वाली हूँ एक विषय पर. मेरा स्पीच खत्म हो जाने के बाद आई विल गिव यू 2 मिनट्स टू थिंक. तो जब मैं बात कर रही हूँ आपसे, you can make the keywords, you can write the keywords, yeah, or you can write the main points while I'm going to talk to you. And after I finish, I would really appreciate कि आप वो मेन पॉइंट्स सब इकट्ठा करके अगर वो कॉन्सेप्ट समराइज कर सकते हैं. इज इट क्लियर? समझ में आया है सबके? क्या क्वेश्चन है? Yes, say yes or say no, please. Yes. Okay. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to talk about a particular topic. As I said, if you want कुछ words लिखने आपको जब मैं बात कर रही हूँ, तो you are most welcome to do it. And after I finish, I want one of you or two of you to summarize the main ideas. So this is what I have to say. So now I'll speak continuously for 2 minutes. You just take the main points. Okay. English is a very important language in the world today. There are several labels that are given to English. Some people call it an international language. It is a global language. It is a universal language. English is a very important language for our career. It can be said that English is a passport for career, for excellence, and for making a mark in different sectors. Today, there is a lot of respect given to British English or American English because these are native varieties. But at the same time, in different countries of the world, like India, Pakistan, Singapore, also we find a different variety of English. For example, in India, people use Indian English. In Singapore, people use Singapore English. So let us not just imitate the Britishers or Americans. I think we also need to develop and we need to respect the kind of English that we speak or we communicate in. To conclude, what I want to say is that just as the native varieties have a lot of prestige, just as the native varieties enjoy recognition, I hope that even the non-native varieties of English, like Indian English or Singapore English, they will also grow and they will also become popular in years to come. So for this, we need to carry out research on how Indians communicate in English. Thank you. So I spoke something for 1 or 2 minutes. All of you can take a minute to think of what I said, and I'll be very happy if one of you summarize the main points of what I said. You can just give me 2-3 sentences. Okay, anyone who is ready, anyone who would like to do it, I don't want you to give a long speech. अभी मैंने आपके सामने 2 मिनट के लिए इंग्लिश के बारे में कुछ कहा. अगर वो समराइज करना है, 2-3 लाइंस में अगर समराइज करना है, तो आप क्या कहेंगे? Can someone try? Can you please do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, who is it? Is it Nilima? I can't hear you. Can you adjust your microphone? No, I'm not able to hear you. Can someone else try? कोई जवाब देना चाहेगा? अभी मैंने जो 2 मिनट आपके साथ बात की, तो उसका सारांश क्या है? दीप्ति?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me? अभी मैंने जो बात किया, can you try in English and speak only 2 or 3 sentences and tell me what is the main point of what I said?
Importance of in today's world.
Correct, very good.
And also to study on Indian English to become popular as like British and American English.
Correct, correct, absolutely. So I said that Indian English should also become a popular variety like British English or American English. Right, thank you so much, Dipti. That was very nice of you. Thank you. So what is happening here? We might read 200 pages, but I think we all have to develop that skill that we might just summarize the main ideas of those 200 pages in just about 2 pages. right? For example, as students or as teachers, sometimes we read a very long letter, but we summarize the main idea and we put only the main points. So just as Dipti did it right now, all of you, whenever you read books, whenever you watch television, always keep this notion of summarizing in mind. In the chat box, the question that I had asked you before about the best day of my life, I think Praveen Kumar has said that the best day of my life was the day when I selected as ARS scientist. Praveen Kumar, sir, what you have written is correct, except there is one grammatical mistake. You should say the best day of my life was the day when I was selected as ARS scientist, right? So I was, that was is necessary. All right. So I hope you have understood the meaning of summarizing as well. Okay. Is there any question about summarizing? Anything that you want to ask? Is it clear to everyone? Is it? I hope it's clear to everyone. Okay. So I think that brings me to the end of my presentation. To conclude what I have said in the last 2 hours or so, one, I started by talking about communication, the importance of effective communication, what is good conversation, how we need to be linguistically correct, and at the same time, we need to work on our public speaking, body language, eye contact. And I also made this important point, I think, that to improve our English and communication skill, I think we have to take the first step. So be it any art, be it the skill of describing or explanation or expanding an idea or summarizing, the more opportunities we create for ourselves, I think we will certainly start falling in love with English. We will make English our friend. And for that, what is very, very important is our desire, our motivation, our dedication, and our constant efforts. So I would like to thank all the participants, especially I would like to thank Dr. Manohar Dhadwad sir for giving me this opportunity to interact with all of you. I wish you all the very best of luck and a lot of success in your career in the field of agriculture. Also, maybe for the different scholarships that you would apply for. I hope that all of you reach higher your goals, your ambitions, and you achieve all your targets in life. So thank you very much and wish you all the best to enhance your communication, conversational skills. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for guiding our students on the very important topic in the globalized world. In order to have global competence, you need to have command over the universal language, that is English, and you guided today on conversation skills. That is very much part of essential part of oral communication skills. So on behalf of Postgraduate Institute, Mahatma Phule Krishi Vidyapit Rauri, I am very much thankful to you, and I express my gratitude towards you for guiding our students. Definitely your guidance will help our students to not just to improve their oral communication skills, conversation skills, but also their oral global competence as well. So once again, thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
So
I can leave the meeting?
Yes, ma'am. You are host. You please leave the meeting, or you can end the meeting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much once again. Thanks to all the authorities and all the principals. Thank you very much.
Thank you. मॅम होस्ट तुम्ही बनलेले आहात, तर मीटिंग एंड केली तर बरं होईल ना, तुम्हालाच एंड करता येते.
सर इथून ते लीव्ह का म्हणजे मला लीव्ह वर क्लिक केल्यावर ते होत नाहीये इथून.
हा तर एंड द मीटिंग म्हणा ना.
एंडच केली मी,
मीटिंग एंड करा.
एंडच केली
हा.
मी, पण एंड केल्यावर आलाय असाइन अँड लीव्ह. एंड म्हटल्यावर असाइन अँड
नो
लीव्ह.
यू ठीक आहे. यू जस्ट लीव द मीटिंग.
ओके
Leave the meeting. Don't
Okay.
assign anybody.
ओके.